Stop scripting, stop imagining, and how long do you need to say, do your daily routine with the tools, techniques, and tips? This is going to be one of those videos where I'm going to give you a bunch of information, so you're really going to want to watch the whole video. This is Susie, your beautiful swan queen. Welcome back to the garden, my beautiful ducklings. Subscribe, smash the like button, share my videos, and I promise I love you forever. So let's talk about scripting and imagining. Say you want your boyfriend to propose in Chicago. So you are scripting that your boyfriend's going to propose to you in Chicago on Navy Pier as the sun is setting. Absolutely gorgeous scene. Beautiful for pictures, to tell your grandkids down the road. Absolutely amazing. Well, everything's going great. You guys are talking, everything's working out. Something happens at work, and your boss decides to send you to Salt Lake City, Utah for 6 months. Your scripting scene, your imaginal scene is all about Jared proposing on Navy Pier when the sun sets. Well, you're not going to be there for 6 months. So you're putting your whole life on hold because you got transferred to Salt Lake City for 6 months because you're scripting, because you're imagining this scene. So the better thing to do in this case is simply Jared proposes in the most magical way possible. It's mind-blowing. Why did he propose in the most magical way? Why was it so mind-blowing? Because you didn't script it to death. If I want somebody to date me, I can say they're going to knock on my door. If I want Jared to date me, he can knock on my door. If I want to get married, I can say he's going to knock on my door and propose. I'm giving the universe one way of doing something. So in this case, I moved from Chicago to Salt Lake City. How does he come to Chicago and propose? I'm not there. So you're going to have to now completely redo your imaginal scene or your scripting, or you are going to have to stay in Chicago, turn down the job, find another job, figure something else out so that you can be there so he proposes. But we tell you to live in the end and act as if, so he's already proposed, and if he proposed, he'd be okay with you going to Salt Lake City for 6 months because it's a great opportunity for your job. What do you want to do? Now you have a huge decision to make. You scripted, you imagined this, and it can't possibly happen for 6 months. So does your relationship amplify? Does it fizzle out? Are there problems that are caused? Because he's thinking, I need to go to Chicago. I need to go to Chicago. I have to go to Chicago. I have to go to Chicago, knowing you're in Salt Lake. And he's never going to make those plans to come to Salt Lake because you persisted that it could only be in Chicago. And I can't stress this enough. This happens a lot, and I hear about it a lot. If you want a specific job, instead of just saying, isn't it wonderful I have this specific job, we're scripting how we get the job. We're scripting what needs to be done so that we can get this job. We are going out of our way to say, well, I emailed this person and I really got along with this person because we even talked manifesting stuff together. And then that person hooked me up with somebody else and I talked manifesting stuff with this person too. And then I get an interview with somebody, but I didn't get the job. And now I'm told I can't even apply for another year to get a job with this company. It didn't work because you were messing in the how it happened. So if you want your boyfriend to propose, you want to propose to your girlfriend, you want to propose to your, and I understand there's different things, and I'm trying to cover all the bases here. You want the love of your life to propose, just say they proposed in the most magical way. You want that job? Oh, the story I have to tell you about how I got that job is absolutely amazing. Wait until you hear it, because that implies you have the job and a story to tell. The other one implies you have gotten proposed to. My boyfriend proposed. I know I put everything in person because I am talking and it's me. But the love of your life proposes to you. Do you care if it actually has to be in Chicago on Navy Pier when the sun is setting at, say, 8:15 at night? No, you don't. All you really truly care about is that he proposes. Do you have to have the balcony scene in Paris? Sorry. You don't have to have the balcony scene in Paris, but you have been taught to imagine or script. And because you have been taught to imagine a scene until it feels real, it's natural, and then that scene will happen. Well, I've had a bunch of people that can't possibly happen to because they are no longer in the area where they did their scene. Now we have to fix it. Let's talk about what you should do instead. Create a short phrase. Isn't it wonderful? My boyfriend proposed. I understand you're thinking that's still in the how. A doctor, in order to become a doctor, has to go through steps for medical school before they can take their test and they can be a licensed physician. So in the same aspect, you want to get married. You know your end is to be happily married. You can manifest it in steps. So if you need to script the proposal scene, wouldn't it be better to have a question? Why was his proposal so magical? People are still talking about it in my family, about the way he proposed. I mean, you want him down on one knee? I get that. It is a woman's fantasy to have their guy on one knee proposing. But you want a flash mob proposal. You want a lake proposal. You want a magical proposal that you can write on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or put on Pinterest. But that doesn't guarantee you're getting married. The honeymoon doesn't guarantee that you have a happy relationship. The 10-year anniversary, what happens after 10 years? You guys are scripting your life away and you are imagining things that only allows the universe to deliver something in one way. So I have a friend who scripts. She's been doing it for 16 years. The way she scripts is the way you should script. Somebody brings me flowers. Somebody gives me an amazing compliment. Somebody buys me dinner tonight. Somebody gives me free clothes. We're not saying who did it though. We're not making it specific about one person. We're not saying Jared brought me orchids and roses in this absolutely beautiful bouquet, got down on one knee with this amazing 3-carat diamond ring and proposed to me. I'm not saying that. I'm saying Jared proposed and it was so amazing. It was wonderful. It was magical. I am putting it out there to allow creative forces of the universe to bring me my manifestation. So when you are imagining and scripting, you're not doing this with your best friend. Why would you do it with the love of your life? Because if you do it with the love of your life, are you going to script how you two wake up every morning? Are you going to script every day who gets the shower first? Who makes breakfast? Who cleans up the kitchen? Who takes what car to work? Where are you going to meet for lunch? What are you going to do for dinner? And then tonight, you got a script for tomorrow. And then tomorrow, that didn't go the way you scripted. So tomorrow night, you have to add what didn't happen today into the next day's scripting. It becomes too chaotic and work. Manifesting should be fun. Manifesting should be an adventure. But you guys are going about it like it's a full-time job. And if they walk out of your sight, you have to do something to change it. So Your best friend doesn't call you for 48 hours. Are you upset? Heck no. I'm not. I know she's working 2 jobs. I know she's stressed out. I know what's going on in her life. And I'm just texting her, hey, I miss you, love you, because I haven't heard her for a week. I'm still Snapchatting her every day. And I'm not getting angry when she doesn't respond. But I'm not scripting what she does. I am just allowing debates, creative forces to come into play. And when you do that, life becomes an adventure, and little things that you didn't think could possibly happen will show up in your reality. Now, let's talk about how often you should do your tools, techniques, and tips. I say it all the time. In the beginning, you need to do it as often as you want. So when I started anything I'm trying to manifest, I will ask a simple question over and over and over and over again until I start seeing results. On the first day, it feels like sometimes I'm saying it 1,000,000 times a day because I am training my brain to focus forward and look for the answer to my question in regards to the situation. So what do we want to manifest? I don't know. A chair. We're going to manifest a balcony chair. So everywhere in my town, they are out of stock on patio furniture. So I can't get a new chair for my patio. So I'm thinking, oh great, what am I going to do? Because my chairs are really need to be replaced. And when I wanted to buy it, I was like, not yet. Just not yet. It still wasn't summertime. And I'm like, I'm not sitting out there. I'm going to wait a couple weeks. Go back, bam, nothing. Absolutely nada. So I want this chair. When I start focusing on the lack of having this chair, my question then becomes, why did you easily get this chair? 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 Why did you get this chair? Why is this chair now sitting on your balcony? Why is this chair now sitting on your balcony? It's a really good question because it's out of stock at the store. It's out of stock online. And I'm looking at the app going, well, when are you going to come back into stock? Well, if I'm asking why, it's like my bottle of perfume. So this is a discontinued fragrance. It came back in stock. And now they're discontinuing it again. I still have some though for when it comes back in stock. They're not really discontinuing it. They're just taking it off the market for a little while and then they'll bring it back in the spring, just like they did this year. I mean, that's going to be here. I guarantee it. I mean, it says discontinued, but I still have it. When I am starting whatever story I am creating, my balcony is complete. Would be my story in this case. My balcony is complete. I have 2 new chairs out there. It's absolutely beautiful. I have my new lights up. It's a little fairy garden. And the 4-year-old absolutely positively loves my fairy garden. So there's my story. My fairy garden is complete. The 4-year-old loves it. Why are my chairs on my balcony? Because it's complete. The 4-year-old loves it. It looks beautiful. It's amazing. I'm spoiled. So of course those chairs showed back up in my reality and are now sitting on my balcony. When we are doing it in the beginning, because it's out of stock everywhere, I'm like, I want my chair. I mean, it wasn't as easy as the Pootie Pie chair. What in the world is wrong with me? I mean, I get a Pootie Pie chair in 4 days. Why can't I get this chair for my balcony? Blah, blah, blah. You're going to want to say the mantra a lot. And if you say it 1,000,000 times the first day, that's fine. If you put it in a recording and loop it and put it in your headset and listen to your music on Spotify or Apple Music or iHeartRadio, and you are just going about your day, and in the background of your music that you're playing in your ears is this little affirmation going, Why is the chair on your balcony? Why is the chair on your balcony? Why is the chair on your balcony? And you're doing it 23 hours a day? I don't care. I don't care, because you are training your mind to focus forward. And when you are training a puppy, you have to stay on top of it constantly. You got to take the puppy out every 30 minutes to an hour. If you are trying to potty train a child, you're asking that child every 30 minutes, do you got to go potty? Do you got to go potty? So when you're training your mind to use a certain tool, technique, or tip, you need to do it frequently, quite frequently. So if you have an 8-hour job, you're at work, when you're going to your locker on break, or you're going to the break room, or you're going out to your car, you can say it on your way to the car. You can get in the car, answer your text messages, relax for that 15 minutes, and then go back in. And say it again when you go back to on your way back to your position in your job. Lunch, the same thing. You're going to go out to your car. You're going to drive to the fast food restaurant. While you're driving to the fast food restaurant, if you want to do it, do it. Eat your lunch. Respond to your messages. Call your friends. Enjoy that time. And you're driving back now. You want to do it again? Do it. This third break of the day, do it again. Driving to and from work, do it again. You're making dinner. You feel like doing it? Do it. You can do it once, and honestly, you can manifest things. But in reality, most of us don't have enough physical proof to see that that actually happens. So when you are starting out, you are going to say it a lot. And the more you phrase it, my balcony looks beautiful because my chairs are in, the little one loves it. Why is my balcony looking beautiful? Because my chairs are in and little one loves it. Now she says the fairy garden looks beautiful again. You got to come up with reasons to praise whatever it is you want. I say praise because not everybody manifests with the word thank you. So thank you, I got my chairs would be a simple phrase to say. And if that's how you naturally manifest, thank you, I got my chairs. If you don't manifest with the word thank you and you're like my son and I got it, I got my chairs, I got my chairs, I got my chairs. If you're like me, why did I get my chairs? My children will tell you because I'm spoiled. Literally, why did mom get her chairs? She's spoiled. You got to manifest in the way that's natural to you. If you are scripting and things aren't going well, try this technique of just asking the question over and over and over again. I was taught these questions in the early 90s, before Noah St. John even came out with them. I was taught these questions. These questions drastically changed my life in a lot of ways. But I didn't have somebody walking behind me going, stop saying that, you're focusing in the wrong direction, when it came to certain aspects of my life. As a result, I had some parts that worked really well and some parts that didn't. But I found out when I started asking the questions on the parts that didn't work out well in my life, I started getting better results when I said, you know what, that story isn't serving me anymore. So I'm going to focus on the things that I want to create the answer to that question from. And the more you ask, why are you happy in this relationship? Why do I always get everything I want? Why is my life fun and amazing? And keep adding the word happy. Add the word happy to everything you possibly can do. Why am I so happy I got my chairs? Why am I so happy in this relationship? Why am I so happy that I'm helping people to drastically change their lives? Wherever you can fill in that little word happy, because you will take on a new zest in life. Your skin will start to glow. I stopped glowing because of the assault and being angry, and I stopped using the word happy. So I am putting it back in my vocabulary consciously. So since I'm still dealing with a little bit of residual anger, how can I be happy? because you can't really be angry and happy at the same time. You can be one or the other. So in order to be happy, I have to say it in everything I do. So I'm manifesting my balcony chairs. I'm happy. I'm manifesting a cup of coffee. I'm happy. I'm excited. Life is going amazing. Things are so wonderful because I'm happy. And you've got to keep adding those little words to drastically change your life. You want to be with the love of your life. You want to have $1 million. You don't have to clean up your crap. I tell you that all the time. You don't have to clean up your crap. You can be successful. You can be in the relationship you want, and you don't have to be nice. I choose to be nice. I choose what I teach to use for good. I choose to focus on why it works out instead of the chaos and the craziness. So when I get with the love of my life, I am happy that I get to spend time with him. When I have the money and I can go do anything I want, I'm happy. So I'm not looking for something else to fill the void. And scripting and imagining, when you no longer have to imagine being with the love of your life, having that perfect job, the house or the car, then what are you going to script? What they wear? How often they take a shower? Which bathroom they use? Because you're going to have to fill that void where you spent 80 hours a week scripting your life away with something else. I literally fill it with, I'm spoiled and I have an amazing life. And because of that, wonderful things happen that I never could have possibly imagined. You guys have an absolutely positively amazing day. Tomorrow's video, I'm going to go back to working on creating the stories for our lives. I've already done a specific person. I've already done a weight loss one, but I've been asked to do for if you don't have a specific person in mind or you don't know your specific person, for like getting a job and a few other things in your life as well. So I'm going to start those again tomorrow. In the meantime, you guys have an absolutely amazing Sunday. I love you. Again, have an amazing day. Subscribe, smash the like button, share my videos, and as always, tell me how what I'm sharing with you is drastically changing your life for the better.